This is a 1994 Chevy Sport van. It's got tires, it's got lights, it's got a bumper, it's got a dented bumper. It's got doors that don't open and it's got windows that don't close. It's got a faded leather interior that smells like rats, and it has not one, not two, but 3 ashtrays. I didn't even know cars had ashtrays during my lifetime. Oh, wait a minute, this car was made in 1994, 1 year before I was born. It's that old. But above all, it has pedals and it has an engine that mostly starts. But this isn't the type of car that will ever get you where you want to go, but it just may be the car that will get you where you need to be. And that's why it is the perfect vehicle for my guest, Miss Kelly Shono. Kelly and I have worked together for years at LRCC, and today we're gonna drive to the summer banquet together. I'm Alex Eggertson, and this is Counselors and Cars Getting Coffee. Hey.
Alex, what are you doing?
You want to go to the banquet? It's banquet day.
Alex, it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm just excited.
And also, there's no banquet because there's a pandemic happening.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You want to get some coffee instead?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, great.
I do. Yeah, let's go get some coffee.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go. So there's no camp this summer, there's this pandemic, we're not allowed to gather, like what are we supposed to do?
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna have a virtual banquet.
When?
Right now.
Where?
Right here. Hello, my name is Meredith Smith and I'm the camp director at El Camino Pines.
And I'm Nate Maxwell Doherty, camp director at Luther Glen Farm. For the past 10 years, we have hosted a summer banquet to publicly thank our hardworking staff and celebrate the impact summer camp has on our campers.
The safety of our campers, staff, and extended camp family is one of our highest values, and we are sad to cancel the majority of our summer Bible camp programs. Although our sites look a little different this summer, the spirit of camp is alive and well.
The purpose of our ministry has never been to simply share the gospel on site, but rather send the gospel through our youth, off the mountains and into your church, your community, your home, and even your computer screen.
So we invite you to sit back,
relax,
keep all body parts inside any moving vehicles,
always wash your hands for 20 to 30 seconds,
and enjoy the 11th annual
virtual summer banquet.
1, 2, 3. This little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Hiding under a bush, are you crazy? this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine all the time. Real loud. This little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, 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 this little gospel light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine all the time. Let it shine all the time.
Let us pray. Dear God, we give you thanks for this time to be together virtually to celebrate camp. May this banquet be a time of celebration, joy, and fellowship. God, continue to guide us and lead us to show your love in our communities, schools, churches, and the world. We thank you again for this time of worship, fun, and memories to share together. We pray all of this in your name. Amen.
Some of my funniest camp memories have to do with the counselors. Whenever they put on skits and wear funny costumes and use weird voices, it's always so much fun to watch.
I guess my favorite fun thing at camp is when they were singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and I got up and I danced and I sang with them, and everybody was hysterical.
Last year, at the end of a goat yoga session, as a goat got off my back, I started to smell and feel something kind of funny, and as I got back to the cabin, I realized that it decided to do its business on it.
Me and this other girl slid on our behinds and plummeted down the mountain we were hiking at El Camino.
Last summer when I was working, I was on the flow sheet for a skit that I'd never heard of or never seen before, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do, and so I went in there and I just did something, and then it turned out funny.
When I was walking through the parking lot and I look up at the front house second-story window and there was a bear hanging out of it.
My favorite camp memory is when my friend Tim and I created a theme skit character called Siamese Sid.
Last year, I had a tea party session and it turned into a marriage of one of the campers and Thanos, and we played the Avengers theme song all around camp.
The goat that attacked my friend, Pastor Matt Cadle, oh my gosh, she tricked him. He went down to pet her and she just came for him and just jumped him. It was hilarious.
Look, he wants Pastor Matt to pet him, and Pastor Matt's like, I don't know. He gave in. He gave in. He came to his level. Oh, look.
Hello.
Oh.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
At El Camino Pines, I was there with a group of middle school kids, and one of the kids, it was their first time there, and she thought she heard a bear outside of our cabin because she had said she had forgotten to take the peanut butter sandwich out of her backpack. So she was convinced that there was a bear coming to eat her sandwich, and she didn't know what to do. So I said, why don't you just give it to me? And I ate the sandwich. Crisis averted.
Good evening and welcome to Camp News Now. My name is Anthony.
And I'm Lori.
First up tonight at Luther Glen Farm, let us rejoice for the gardens here at the farm. We are growing plenty of fruits and vegetables, and we may not have any campers, but the beet still goes on.
And the beet does go on as we take all of those fruits and vegetables, or as many as we can possibly harvest, to the Faith Lutheran Yucaipa Food Pantry. What they don't use there, they move on to Central City Lutheran Mission.
And that is something worth celebrating.
And at El Camino Pines, the bears are no longer able to shop at the camp store or visit dry storage. The entire thing has been remodeled and it is bear-proof and kid-approved.
At Luther Glen Farm, we don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg, but what we do know is that they're laying the eggs and the dollars. Tonight, I have a special interview with Roberta, the chicken. Welcome, Roberta.
Oh, hello everyone. It's so good to be here today.
Yes, Roberta, we're so glad to have you here on CNN. We are talking about our chickens and how they are not just laying the eggs, but they are laying the money. Did you know that the eggs that you've been providing us here on the farm are actually going to the frontline workers during this pandemic? What does that mean to you?
You know, it just means that Some chickens are just chickens, and Roberta is special chicken, you know what I mean? It feels very good. I love it.
Yes, and you are doing great work. What does it mean, though, to give back to the people in need, people who are working really hard to make sure that we are safe and healthy? Our chickens, they're doing that.
Oh yeah, just me and my friend chickens, we just feel so happy to be, you know, part of something bigger. It makes us feel so happy. Sometimes we do the chicken dance.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I find it interesting that every 26 hours, a chicken lays an egg. That's a lot of waiting.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do yoga, or maybe I do a little dance. I do reading to wait to, fill the hours. But it's very exciting when it happens, you know?
I can only imagine. Well,
Yeah.
Roberta, my final question for you this evening is, how do you like your egg?
Oh, good question. I like scrambled egg.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much, Roberta. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
tonight's
you for
CNN.
having me.
Spotters ready?
Ready. At El Camino Pines, we've been able to update our low ropes course. Thank you to the Sue Wolf Memorial Fund. Now I know all of my 3 C's: cookies, candies, and cakes.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Concentration, communication, and cooperation.
Have you ever slept in a cabin at El Camino Pines? I've slept in every one but cabins 2 or 3, and that's because they have lousy mattresses and they have not been remodeled yet. But that has all changed because they were remodeled this year. And now I'm going home to sleep at El Camino Pines, cabin 2.
Special report tonight. This year, the 2020 Summer Olympics have been canceled, and we've heard the people. They have shouted, they have cried, and guess what? LRCC is going to be hosting the 2020 Summer Olympics.
You know, I was supposed to go to that, but guess what?
You still can.
I can still go.
Live from the field, we have Nate Maxwell Doherty, where he's doing our first event. Let's take a look.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the gold medal match of chicken catching. My name is Nate Maxwell Doherty. I'm here reporting after major facial reconstruction, but it's worth it to be here for this amazing event. Behind me, if you look closely, you will see an arena, and this arena is full of chickens. We have our 2 competitors behind us warming up and getting ready for the event. One of them is a mere mortal, the other, after today, will be immortal in gold. I'm going to kick it off to my reporter in the field who is going to get us up close and personal with these competitors and maybe a chicken. He is the 05 champion of this event. I'm going to kick it off to Tony Chickens.
Well, looks like old Tony's here to compete for gold again. These youngsters don't got a chance.
Well, my color commentator is now in the field, so I suppose let the games begin. 3, 2, 1, chicken. All right, here they go. They're running out into the field. Seabiscuit trying to chase one down. Oh, Tony's trying to corner, and Happy Feet is under the coop. And Seabiscuit's on top of the coop. And a miss. Oh, laying out. Poor Tony. He's so old, that might have broke him. Oh, trying to pounce. Oh, it looks like we might have a tie. We're going to kick it over to the booth to see. And Tony Chickens is the winner by 5 seconds. Congratulations to you, Tony Chicken, and now back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Nate, for being live at the field. We are so glad to be hosting the 2020 Olympics here at LRCC. That was a close race, Lori.
That was an amazing race. And now we turn back to Luther Glen Farm, where the hills are alive with the sound of animals grazing happily on the pastures. We are growing food for those animals, so they're eating their natural habitat, and they are filled with joy, 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 joy down in their bellies. And soon, very soon, one of those pastures will be filled with solar panels, and our sheep's bellies will be full of electricity.
Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us for Camp News Now. We love giving you the updates, and we're so proud of the work we're doing here at LRCC.
But before we leave, I would like to say a special thank you. Nate Maxwell Doherty has been with us since 2012 when he joined our summer staff after much pursuing. I figured it would be one summer only, but Nate has been with us ever since. He moved from El Camino Pines as the program director to Luther Glen Farm to help us start a farm. And he did a great job. His creativity, his joy, his kind heart, and all that he has brought. The tools, the plumbing, the many, many things. And I think all of us at CNN can agree that he will be greatly missed. We give thanks to Nate and his service to LRCC.
Well, thanks again. My name is Anthony.
And I'm Lori.
Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Camp is important to me because it's where I feel most at home. I'm not from the West or California, but it's where I feel closest to God and where I feel like I can truly be myself.
Camp is important to me because I love getting to know new people and I always have a great time.
I love camp because the counselors are very nice, supportive, and fun to me.
As a science teacher, it's important to be able to teach kids about the outdoors and about science and God.
Camp is important to me because it brings me closer to God, and I know I could always have fun with the counselors and the campers beside me.
Camp is important to me because I always have a smile on my face while I'm there. It has brought me amazing friendships that'll last me a lifetime, and it has taught me to be myself no matter what anyone else might say.
Camp is important to me because I've made so many good memories and I have so many good friends there.
And camp is important to me because it's a place of connecting with God, connecting with each other, connecting with nature, and disconnecting from the things in our life that we need a break from. So I think camp is a wonderful place.
Camp is important to me because it's always been my second home and first and second family.
Camp's important to me for so many reasons. When I was a kid going to camp, it was the first place where I was totally comfortable and happy, and now I have kids going to camp and that's where they're the happiest, and it's where my best friends are, and it's where I met my husband, and it's where I got married, and it's where all my favorite memories are. Camp is where I work, and it's where my faith community and my church is, and it's just one of the biggest things in my life. It's one of the most important things to me.
One of my favorite camp memories was last summer at confirmation camp when we sang Overflow around the campfire on the last night of camp. This memory is special to me because whenever I think of it, I remember that week of confirmation camp, and it was so much fun.
I think my favorite memory of camp is Memorial Day weekend 2019, when we had sun, rain, snow, and hail.
Favorite camp memory? Ooh. When I ate lavender. Did I eat lavender or did I eat broccoli? I don't remember. But they made me eat something, and it was pretty tasty. It was pretty good at Luther Glen.
One of my favorite camp memories is waking up early in the morning with my cabin and going polar bear swimming for the first time. And let's just say, it was a cool experience.
My favorite and best moments at camp that I remember from when I was younger were both the jokes and all the funny skits that the counselors would work hard to put on for us because they were phenomenal.
My favorite camp moment is when the ghosts were born at confirmation camp.
My favorite camp moment is when I went to see all the puppies that Annie had.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna, and a few of my favorite camp memories stem from when I was super young. In the first few years I went to camp and seeing Sanctuary under the beautiful starry night sky in the labyrinth. And also last year being able to volunteer at camp for a couple of weeks in the summer and be able to just give back to the place that I love so much.
Hi, I'm Pastor Glenn. Shasta and I were just talking about what a beautiful day it is here at the farm. It's not a typical summer for us at all. Normally, we've got campers and counselors running around making a lot of noise. It's awful quiet here. But we are busy, and we wanted to take a few minutes to just show you some of the things we've been active doing. Let's take a little walk. Come on. This platform is 24 feet across and will be the foundation for our new yurt, which is basically a giant tent and was a gift from St. Stephen's Lutheran Church in Granada Hills. We've also bear-proofed this building, our food storage building, and our camp store. And like the last several years, we've been cutting down trees. This one was the victim of the bark beetle. At the Luther Glen farm, most of our work has gone into food production. While our chickens are laying about 5 dozen eggs a day, our staff's been in our new greenhouse. Look at these tomatoes. Our surplus food goes to a pantry at Faith Lutheran Church in Yucaipa. And without campers, our staff has been donating a morning twice a month. So as you can see, even without campers and our counselors here this summer, we're still pretty busy at El Camino Pines and the Luther Glen farm. Finally, this is my chance to ask you for your support, to ask you to make a donation to your local Lutheran Bible camps. Without any user groups coming to camp since February, we're relying exclusively on the donation of people like you, from congregations, from individuals. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that now, more than ever, we need your support. And the longer the pandemic goes on, the more we will need your support. So let me first say thank you, and please prayerfully consider making a gift to El Camino Pines and Luther Glen Farm today. On behalf of our staff, thank you.
Providing sanctuaries in time and space for you to encounter the earth's beauty, discover the joy of community, and renew your spirit is the core of our ministry. This vision compels us to make new programs, build new experiences, sustain what God has already created, invest in the lives of children, and bring peace and joy to folks like you. Yet we know our purpose changes with the seasons. As staff like myself exits the camp community, as COVID-19 shapes our on-site programs, and with our growing desire to be together as the body of Christ, camp always has and always will be made new. We hope that you have enjoyed this virtual summer banquet to celebrate the ministries of El Camino Pines and Luther Glen Farm, and your support compels us to continue in ministry. We thank you for being a part of Camp's story, and we so badly wish to see you all very, very soon. So let us close in prayer. Please join me. Faithful God, you care for your children with grace and compassion. Pour your love into our hearts and into our camps, that overflowing with joy, we may share your blessings and faithfully proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ. So in the resurrected name of Jesus, all God's children said, Amen.
To love and serve the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God. Thanks be to God.